Maungatautari. Is Maungatautari, meaning suspended mountain or rock elevated above the clouds. It's also another definition for Maungatautari, being mountain of the upright stick. So a few names for this mighty mountain. Today we're probably going to have about 1500 metres of elevation. Going to go up over the top, down to Tari Road on the other side, then come back up on Wairere Traverse, which is all-weather, much more of an all-weather running track, and finish up back here at Hicks Road. Looking forward to it. So Maungatautari has been turned into what you call an ecological island, and basically what they've done is they've put 47 k's of predator-proof fencing around the perimeter of about 3,400 hectares, which is some of the longest pest-proof fencing in the world. So the idea behind it obviously is to try and keep out all of the predators and the mammals that would otherwise come through and wreak havoc on the indigenous bird life, reptiles, and various other animals that are trying to be, and species that are trying to be protected. So Maungatautari is home to endangered species such as the North Island brown kiwi, giant weta, robins, tuatara, and a whole range of other insects, fish and reptiles and birds. So she's a pretty special place, but it's also got a ton of elevation to get through onto the other side. The track I'm taking today is the old mountain track. She's pretty rough from all accounts, especially if there's a bit of rain. Not sure quite what I'm going to encounter there. And on the way back there is the Wairere Traverse, which is much more gravel and supposedly an all-weather one, which should provide better running. But all right, we'll get through the pest-proof fences and go and have a gander. Oops, bit of a trick here. Oh. Make sure that shuts. I'm always amazed at how often I start off in the wrong direction. Typical example, I've just done a loop here, which isn't supposed to be part of over the mountain, or at least I don't think it is. It's the Tirohia loop track. Anyway, it was quite pleasant running over the bridges, so let's go and see if we can find where I'm supposed to be running. I think that's relatively clear as to where I should have been going. Northern enclosure, which is where I've just been. Over the mountain track. That away. It's about 50 metres, not even that, 30 metres for the next entrance. Similar sort of setup here. Oh, the other one actually you had to press a button and it wouldn't let the other door open until that door was shut, whereas this one, well, might work on the same. Let's give it a try. Eh? So if I leave that one open, and if I try and open this, wouldn't do it. So that's pretty neat. Make sure that the pests actually stay out, make sure no little fellas are coming past me, which there isn't. And then if we just have a look down in here, a bit of bait, nothing in the trap. Hopefully that'll do its job later on. And here's your northern enclosure fence line, which we're going to run alongside. So 15 minutes, just been on gravel type track. Now we're on Te Raki track proper, and she's fairly steep, stairs and proper bush. There's more like it. Right, this here, it's called Temptation Seat. You get to sort of the top of this little wee bit, and it's just sitting there going, sit on me, sit on me. But we've got tons in front of us, so a bit early to be sitting down at this stage. Hopefully got a little bit of a downhill to trot down now. Little guy. So here we go. What have we got? Maungatautari Peak. It's only 15 minutes away. Pukeatua 2.5 hours by walking.
Why they hate it in the first place, it's hard to figure out where all of that came from. It's a shame, son, could have come along, but you're digging your grave. Someday we can set aside our differences, and you can chill in my villa, sipping on expensiveness, slanging with the bitterness. Relax, the battle is over, let me bury the axe. Set down your blades, dull your tongues, we out of the ring. So
not a whole heap of views at the top here. I think there's a bit further on, Rocky Crop or Rocky Outcrop or something like that is the one that's supposed to provide slightly better views, hopefully out to the central plateau. But, just got to head off the main track here, just off to the peak, Pukeatua Peak or God's Hill, and I've been muttering someone else's God's name a few times as I've gone up this hill. Someone's got a sense of humour. Stairs to heaven on God's Hill. Oh yeah. That's not so bad. Right, and here is a bit of lunch for today. This must be at least, I reckon, 18 months old. Looks a bit like something that might come out of the dog, to be honest with you, but passed the taste test and much needed sustenance. So I've pretty much walked most of the way up this hill. It's pretty rough going, to be honest, and taking a lot longer than I thought, but had some reasonable sightings of various birds, a lot of bird chatter, and a ton of, well, not a ton, and there was some reasonable views at the top of Pukeatua. So I just come from the Tonga track and Pukeatua Peak, and now going to head to Rocky Outcrop Peak and the southern exit. It's also the junction of Wairere Traverse, which I'll be taking on the way back, and which looks a whole lot better track. As I said, this is taking me a lot longer than I thought, and I'm supposed to only be about halfway. No points for guessing why this is called Rocky Outcrop Peak. A real scramble up here. But let's see what the big reveal's like. I'd say on a clear day with blue skies this would be dynamite. Off to mountains over there, which unfortunately are covered in cloud today. Done. Well, down to the highest part so far. Yeah, just down the other side, and then got to come back again. Right, that was pretty quick running actually. Heading down from Rocky Crop. A lot quicker than I thought, so that's been the quickest and most fun so far, all downhill. And now, you know, I'm actually not that far from the southern exit in the visitor centre, where there may be a cup of coffee. We'll see.
With the gloves and let's shake hands like men do. I don't need to rub it in. What I've been through is clear, I'm the winner, but you can win too if you let go of the hate. It's so simple. This song's for the winners, never giving up, never giving in when life gets tough. This song's for the soldiers, never calling quits. Live for the challenge, they can never get enough of this. Song's for the winners, never giving up, never
It's a little bit civilised. Again. Plunge of coffee. Half time. Japanese tea ceremony. Alright, so all up that first half took about 2.5 hours, 2 hours 35, but then some of that time obviously I'm filming and did the loop as well, so I don't know, took off 15 minutes, might have been still 2 hours 20 one way. Should be quicker running back over the Wairere Traverse because I've already seen what it looks like, or part of it, which is gravel and very runnable. So not going to be as interesting, probably won't film much, but at least I'll make reasonable time. Trial bridge. So I think it's about an hour and 17 on the Traverse, Wairere Traverse. from the cafe. We had a great coffee to the enclosure, the northern enclosure. So it's about 5-10 minutes jog back to the car park, which pretty good day actually. Hard, won't lie, bloody hard. Pretty stuffed. Shut. And that one shut. Yep.